Hi class, this is the best practice uh, video for the GROW module. Um, there was a lot of positive comments on this module and the value of the content. Let me say also, there was a lot of really good posts in response to this. So I'm really pleased with performance on this module. I've got a few best practices I'll point out here. The first one I have here, I think this is Rebecca in Group 7. Nice job, Rebecca. Um, Notice how she has everything organized real well. Stars is done really clear, and the mission um, is also marked out clearly. She has her important concept and exam question highlight. So good job there, Rebecca. The next one is Allison in Group 5. Nice job, Allison. Same thing. Notice it's a little bit different, but it's organized very well. Got star, got diet clearly marked. Same way in their exam question. So Allison did a nice job. Next one up here, this is Cameron from Group 4. Nice job, Cameron. Once again, a little bit different. He spelled the words out. He's got them bolded. It's really clear to follow. In his solving the competency, everything, once again, the words are spelled out but bolded. It's easy to follow. Has his answer in bold to his question. Um, the last one I want to show you, this is Joshua from Group 3. Nice job, Joshua. Same thing. Notice how clear it is, organized, and easy to follow his content. Same way in solving the challenge, the way he's got diet clearly marked out and exam question highlighted. So all of those are best practices for this week. Um, Once again, there were a lot of really good posts. I noticed groups 1, 5, and 8 really came up a lot with some good posts. So nice job to groups 1, 5, and group 8. The topics that you marked important, the number one most marked topic was Tuckman's stages of group development. That model was developed in the 60s by Bruce Tuckman, and it still is probably the most popular model used in organizations today. It's still relevant, and so it's an important one. It's one worth remembering. The next concept was conflict. Conflict's a normal, natural part of teams. They need to work through it. Um, What's not normal is to be stuck in conflict over an extended period of time. Some of you mentioned the conflict styles as very helpful information from the chapter. That is a practical model. It can be used to help resolve conflicts, so it's a good one. Trust came up quite a bit. I noticed that in following professional sporting teams, you often hear the players talk about the importance of trust, that they have to have trust in each other in order to become a cohesive, high performance team. Um, a lot of you mentioned the notion of teams versus group. Um, Interdependent task is the key element for a team. I know one study from the research was on a taxi cab company, and went to team concept, and basically the teams, when every time they met, all they did was argue. And it turns out that their work was really not interdependent, that taxi drivers were only interdependent with the dispatcher. And so with other drivers, they were actually competitive. So, so teams concept was not a good structure for that type of work. Another concept that came up quite a bit was social loafing. And social loafing is a common concept. It's probably the number one complaint I hear about teams, especially when they're assigned a project where they have to work on it and they all will be graded based upon the team project. In the work environment, social loafing is also one of the top complaints. So if you can learn how to effectively deal with social loafing, you really have a marketable skill. And then the last one that came up a lot was group size. Group size does matter. And so, depending upon the size of the group, um, it affects the task. So, groups five to eight is probably ideal for problem solving and doing project work. As you get larger than eight, groups become more into the realm of information sharing, and because it's much more difficult to solve problems and coordinate projects with uh, groups or teams that are larger. So group size is a factor, and as one person pointed out, they said larger does not mean better, and that's true. So, so anyway, you did a nice job with the Grow module. I hope you're enjoying the opening of the new module now. Thanks.